Ready to buy your next truck? Wait, some 2025 models are more trouble than they're worth. Let us help you dodge a costly disaster. Every year, manufacturers promise the latest trucks are their best yet. But the truth, some of these so-called upgrades come with hidden flaws, outdated features, and price tags that simply don't add up. The worst part, many buyers won't realize until it's too late. So which trucks are the biggest disappointments of 2025? What features should you avoid at all costs? And how can you make sure you don't regret your choice? Stick around, because the trucks on this list are going to shock you. Lordstown Endurance 2025. The Lordstown Endurance, set to launch in the year 2025, brings a host of uncertainties and risks that overshadow its potential. At first glance, the truck appears to be a bold contender in the electric vehicle market. However, a closer look reveals significant concerns that make it a questionable choice for prospective buyers. The most glaring issue lies with its manufacturer, Lordstown Motors, a company currently grappling with severe financial instability. This instability raises serious doubts about its ability to provide critical after-sales support, honor warranty claims, or even remain operational in the long term. A company's financial health is a cornerstone of trust for vehicle buyers, and Lordstown Motors' precarious position leaves much to be desired. Adding to these concerns are the repeated production delays that have plagued the Lordstown Endurance. Delays in bringing a vehicle to market are more than just a logistical hiccup. They serve as a red flag, highlighting potential problems in manufacturing, technical execution, or supply chain management. Whether the cause is internal inefficiencies or external disruptions, these delays erode confidence in the truck's overall reliability. For buyers, this uncertainty translates into legitimate concerns about the product's durability and long-term performance, making the truck feel more like a gamble than a reliable choice. Another critical issue with the Lordstown Endurance is its lack of a proven track record. As the first offering from Lordstown Motors, the truck enters a fiercely competitive electric truck market as an untested player. Unlike established automakers such as Ford and General Motors, which have decades of expertise and data to inform their electric vehicle designs, Lordstown Motors brings no such pedigree to the table. Without any customer feedback, reliability data, or history of performance to rely on, buyers are left to take a significant leap of faith. In a market where trust is paramount, this lack of history is a substantial drawback. The electric truck market is already crowded with capable and proven options, making it even harder for the Lordstown Endurance to establish a foothold. Buyers seeking an electric truck often prioritize innovation, reliability, and brand credibility, qualities that Lordstown Motors has yet to demonstrate. The risks associated with this truck extend beyond the vehicle itself, as buyers must also question whether Lordstown Motors will be around to provide ongoing support and maintenance. This uncertainty makes the Endurance an even riskier proposition for anyone considering it as a long-term investment. For truck buyers, trust is essential. A truck is more than just a mode of transportation. It is an investment in reliability, performance, and utility. Whether it is used for work, family, or recreation, buyers expect their vehicle to be backed by a stable and dependable manufacturer. Unfortunately, Lordstown Motors has not earned that trust. Its financial instability, production delays, and lack of proven reliability make the Endurance a gamble most buyers cannot afford to take. While the Lordstown Endurance might intrigue some with its ambitious goals, the risks involved are simply too significant to ignore. Until Lordstown Motors can demonstrate financial stability, consistent production capabilities, and a reliable product, the Endurance remains an unproven contender in a competitive market. Buyers deserve a truck they can depend on, and at this time, the Endurance fails to meet that standard. Speaking of risks, this next truck might surprise you with just how much it falls short of expectations. Jeep Gladiator 2025. The Jeep Gladiator for the year 2025 is a vehicle with a split personality. On the one hand, it is a champion of off-road adventures, offering rugged capabilities that make it a favorite among trail enthusiasts. On the other hand, it is a poor choice for those seeking a practical, everyday truck. This dual nature makes the Gladiator a polarizing option in the competitive mid-size truck market. The on-road experience of the Jeep Gladiator leaves much to be desired. Its suspension system, optimized for tackling uneven terrain, translates into a harsh and uncomfortable ride on paved roads. Every bump and pothole is felt in the cabin, making long drives an unpleasant ordeal. Additionally, the Gladiator's steering feels loose and imprecise, particularly at higher speeds. This lack of control can be unnerving, especially for drivers accustomed to more refined handling in other trucks. When compared to competitors that offer smoother rides and more responsive steering, the Gladiator's shortcomings become glaringly obvious. Fuel efficiency is another point of concern. The Jeep Gladiator's off-road capabilities come at the cost of gas mileage, which lags behind more balanced mid-sized trucks in the segment. For those who spend significant time commuting or taking long highway drives, this inefficiency adds to the vehicle's impracticality. With rising fuel costs and increasing emphasis on sustainability, a truck that demands frequent stops at the pump can feel outdated in today's market. Competitors have managed to blend performance and efficiency, leaving the Gladiator struggling to keep up. Build quality is another area where the Gladiator struggles to keep up. Recent studies on initial vehicle quality have ranked the Gladiator below average, highlighting issues with assembly and durability. For a truck in this price range, such concerns are disappointing. Buyers expect their vehicles to withstand the test of time, especially when purchasing a brand synonymous with ruggedness and durability like Jeep. Unfortunately, the Gladiator's questionable build quality undermines its reputation and leaves potential buyers hesitant. Additionally, the Gladiator's interior feels dated when compared to competitors offering more modern features. While it does include some off-road specific technologies, its infotainment system, cabin materials, and seating comfort fall short of what many buyers expect at this price point. Trucks like the Toyota Tacoma and Chevrolet Colorado offer more refined interiors, making the Gladiator feel like a less compelling option for those who prioritize comfort alongside capability. That being said, the Jeep Gladiator excels in one specific area, off-roading. With features like high ground clearance, durable tires, and specialized driving modes, it is a dream vehicle for those who spend their weekends exploring trails and climbing rocky terrains. It also comes with unique features like a removable roof and doors, allowing for a truly immersive off-road experience that few competitors can match. However, this niche appeal does not make up for its deficiencies as a daily driver. For most truck buyers, versatility is key. A truck needs to perform well on the highway, in the city, and on rough terrain. The Gladiator's inability to deliver a balanced driving experience makes it a poor choice for the majority of consumers. But if this feels underwhelming, wait until you hear what's holding back one of Ford's most anticipated trucks. Ford F-150 Lightning 2025. The Ford F-150 Lightning, once hailed as a revolutionary step into the future of electric trucks, enters the year 2025 with significant challenges. Ford has a long-standing reputation for producing reliable and capable trucks, but the Lightning falls short of expectations in critical areas. This electric truck promised to combine Ford's legendary performance with cutting-edge electric vehicle technology. However, the reality is far less impressive. One of the most significant issues with the Ford F-150 Lightning is its towing performance. Trucks are built to tow, and Ford marketed the Lightning heavily on its utility. However, real-world tests have revealed a stark contrast between the truck's advertised capabilities and its actual performance. When towing even a moderately heavy load, the Lightning's range drops dramatically, often leaving drivers scrambling to find charging stations mid-trip. For a vehicle designed to be a workhorse, this limitation is a major letdown. It undermines the truck's primary purpose and makes it unsuitable for buyers who rely on towing for work or recreation. Reliability concerns have also tarnished the Lightning's reputation. Reports of recalls and technical issues have surfaced, raising questions about Ford's ability to deliver a dependable electric vehicle. Buyers invest in trucks expecting durability and peace of mind, but the Lightning has introduced uncertainty instead. These problems are particularly troubling in the context of an electric vehicle, where the technology is still evolving and trust in the manufacturer is paramount. Ford's established name in the truck market makes these missteps even more surprising, as consumers expect a seamless transition into electrification from such a veteran automaker. The cost of the Ford F-150 Lightning is another sticking point. Electric vehicles often come with higher price tags, but consumers are usually willing to pay a premium for the promise of long-term savings and advanced features. Unfortunately, the Lightning's shortcomings make its price difficult to justify. When buyers compare it to traditional internal combustion engine trucks or even other electric trucks, the Lightning appears to offer less value for more money. Competing models from manufacturers like Rivian and Chevrolet are offering more compelling packages that outshine the Lightning in key areas such as range, towing capability, and technology integration. Another concern is the limited availability of charging infrastructure, which adds to the Lightning's challenges. While electric vehicles are marketed as the future, widespread charging networks are still catching up, particularly in rural or worksite-heavy areas where many truck owners operate. This compounds the inconvenience of the Lightning's reduced range during towing, making it even harder for buyers to trust the vehicle for long distance or demanding tasks. For anyone considering the Ford F-150 Lightning as their next truck, it is essential to weigh the pros and cons carefully. While it represents a step toward the future of electric vehicles, it is not without its flaws. The combination of poor towing performance, reliability issues, steep price tag, and the hurdles of current electric infrastructure makes it a challenging choice for most buyers. For those who need a dependable truck that can handle demanding tasks, the Lightning may fall short of expectations. And speaking of sticking to outdated ideas, this next truck feels like it's been frozen in time. Nissan Frontier 2025. The Nissan Frontier for the year 2025 is a mid-size pickup truck that unfortunately struggles to compete in a market filled with innovative, tech-savvy, and powerful alternatives. Nissan has long been associated with reliability, but this year's model feels like it has taken a step backward. Instead of introducing groundbreaking updates to keep pace with competitors, the 2025 Frontier appears stuck in a bygone era, recycling features that failed to excite or inspire confidence among buyers. One of the Frontier's most significant shortcomings is its outdated design. While many trucks in the midsize category are now equipped with cutting-edge technology, luxurious interiors, and dynamic performance, the Frontier feels like it has not evolved much over the past decade. From its dated infotainment system to its uninspired exterior, the 2025 Frontier leaves much to be desired. Competitors are offering larger touchscreens, advanced driver assistance systems, and features that enhance both comfort and usability. Areas where the Frontier falls noticeably short. Even its aesthetic appeal fails to stand out, making it easy to overlook in a crowded and competitive market. Beyond its design, the Frontier's performance metrics are also underwhelming. For a truck that is marketed as a rugged workhorse, its maximum towing capacity of 6,720 pounds pales in comparison to its rivals, many of which can tow over 7,500 pounds with ease. This limited towing capacity may suffice for light-duty work, but for those who require a truck capable of handling heavy loads, the Frontier simply does not make the cut. Its payload capacity and fuel efficiency also lag behind industry leaders, making it less appealing to buyers seeking both power and practicality. Additionally, its engine options, while serviceable, lack the refinement and power of those found in competing models, further diminishing its appeal. Even the Frontier's interior, which should offer a haven for drivers and passengers alike, feels underwhelming. While some competitors have embraced premium materials, ergonomic designs, and advanced technology, the 2025 Frontier retains a no-frills approach. The cabin, though functional, lacks the sophistication and modern touches that buyers have come to expect in this segment. Hard plastics dominate the interior, and the seating is less supportive than what you would find in other mid-size pickups. Furthermore, the lack of innovative storage solutions and small design missteps make the interior feel less user-friendly, which is disappointing for a truck in this category. What is perhaps most disappointing is that Nissan had a real opportunity to revamp the Frontier and reclaim its position as a leader in the midsize truck category. Instead, the automaker has opted to play it safe, offering minor tweaks rather than significant innovations. In a market that rewards boldness and forward thinking, this lack of ambition makes the 2025 Frontier feel irrelevant. Buyers who compare it to competitors will quickly realize that their money can be better spent elsewhere, on trucks that deliver more value, performance, and modern features. The midsize truck market has evolved significantly, but the Frontier's unwillingness to adapt highlights its inability to meet the expectations of today's buyers. If you are considering the Nissan Frontier, ask yourself, why settle for old when you can have cutting edge for the same price, or even less? The midsize truck market is brimming with options that outshine the Frontier in virtually every category, from towing capacity to technology. By choosing a competitor, you are likely to get a truck that not only meets, but exceeds your expectations, providing a better return on investment in the long run. But do not think midsize trucks are the only culprits in this lineup of underwhelming vehicles. This next compact option might disappoint even more. Hyundai Santa Cruz 2025. The Hyundai Santa Cruz for the year 2025 is a compact pickup truck that has garnered significant attention since its debut as a lifestyle-oriented alternative to traditional trucks. Unfortunately, the latest iteration does not live up to the excitement generated by its initial launch. With only minor updates over the previous year's model, the Santa Cruz fails to justify its higher price tag, leaving buyers questioning whether it is worth the investment. For 2025, Hyundai has introduced a few updates to the Santa Cruz, but these changes are far from groundbreaking. The new model boasts an additional trim level, the XRT, which offers sportier aesthetics, an upgraded infotainment system, and advanced lighting features such as light-emitting diode projector headlights. However, beyond these superficial enhancements, there is little to distinguish the 2025 Santa Cruz from its predecessor. One of the most significant drawbacks of the Santa Cruz is its lack of meaningful improvements in performance. The truck retains the same engine options as the 2024 model, starting with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine that produces 191 horsepower. While this may suffice for casual drivers, those seeking more power will have to opt for the turbocharged version, which delivers 281 horsepower. However, even the turbocharged option does little to set the Santa Cruz apart from its competitors, many of which offer better performance at a similar or lower price point. The interior of the Santa Cruz, though functional and stylish, does not bring enough to the table to warrant its increased price. While it includes a few tech upgrades, such as a 10.25-inch touchscreen on higher trims, these features are not enough to elevate the overall experience. Many buyers may find that the 2024 model, which includes similar features at a lower cost, offers a better value proposition. The Santa Cruz's payload and towing capacities remain unchanged, which could leave potential buyers wondering why they should pay more for essentially the same truck. From a design perspective, the Santa Cruz continues to position itself as a lifestyle vehicle, prioritizing urban versatility over rugged utility. While this approach may appeal to a niche audience, it limits the truck's appeal to those seeking a more traditional pickup experience. The compact size, while great for maneuverability, comes at the expense of storage and hauling capabilities, making it less practical for buyers who need their truck to handle heavier tasks. Hyundai's decision to play it safe with the 2025 Santa Cruz feels like a missed opportunity. With the compact truck segment becoming increasingly competitive, bold innovation is necessary to stand out. By sticking to incremental updates, Hyundai risks losing potential buyers to rivals that offer more compelling options. For instance, competitors in the same price range provide better performance, more advanced technology, and greater utility, making the Santa Cruz a tough sell. If you are in the market for a compact truck, it is worth considering whether the 2025 Santa Cruz is the best option for your needs. In many cases, the 2024 model may offer a better balance of features and affordability, allowing you to save money without sacrificing functionality. Alternatively, exploring other compact trucks in the market could reveal options that deliver more value for your hard-earned money. And now let us talk about one of the most hyped trucks of 2025, a vehicle that might not live up to expectations. Toyota Tacoma 2025. The Toyota Tacoma, a model that has garnered a fiercely loyal following over the decades, is facing tough competition in the year 2025. As one of the most iconic midsize trucks on the market, the Tacoma has traditionally been celebrated for its reliability, ruggedness, and off-road capabilities. However, with the emergence of innovative rivals offering advanced features and superior value, the Toyota Tacoma of 2025 feels like it is stuck in the past. While Toyota made some incremental updates to the Tacoma, these changes failed to keep pace with the leaps forward seen in other trucks in its category. The truck's design remains largely the same, with an interior that feels dated compared to competitors who are investing in cutting-edge technology and modern aesthetics. The cabin, while functional, lacks the refined touches and advanced digital displays found in newer models. For a truck positioned as a top contender in its class, it falls disappointingly short when it comes to delivering a premium experience for the price. Beyond the aesthetics, the Tacoma also struggles in terms of overall value. When placed side by side with competitors offering similar or even lower price points, the Tacoma's shortcomings become even more glaring. Rival trucks are introducing more powerful and fuel-efficient engines, innovative safety systems, and enhanced ride quality, all of which leave the Tacoma feeling like an outdated option. Buyers seeking a truck that embodies both form and function may find themselves questioning whether the Toyota Tacoma of 2025 is truly worth their investment. Toyota enthusiasts often tout the truck's proven track record, but even the most loyal buyers might feel a twinge of doubt when they see what the competition has to offer. Trucks like the newly redesigned Ford Ranger or Nissan Frontier, with their contemporary features, more advanced drivetrains, and competitive pricing, make it clear that the Tacoma is lagging behind in a rapidly evolving market. It is no longer enough to rely on a strong legacy when buyers are demanding more for their money and expecting cutting-edge innovation to be standard. For those considering considering the Toyota Tacoma of 2025, it is essential to weigh the available options carefully. Your hard-earned money deserves to go further, and this truck simply does not provide the level of innovation or performance needed to justify its cost. While its reliability and off-road prowess remain strengths, they no longer compensate for the areas where it falls short. With the mid-sized truck market brimming with exciting alternatives that combine technology, power, and affordability, the Toyota Tacoma risks being left in the dust. And finally, let's discuss a truck that comes with a fresh new look, but carries a price tag that will leave you second-guessing its value. Ford Ranger 2025. The Ford Ranger has undergone a major redesign for the year 2025, positioning itself as a modern and capable mid-size truck. On the surface, the updates seem impressive, with the model boasting a larger size, improved powertrain options, and enhanced technology. However, a closer examination reveals a troubling reality. The Ford Ranger of 2025 carries a hefty price increase that raises questions about whether the added cost is truly justified. Ford has equipped the new Ranger with features aimed at appealing to both workhorse enthusiasts and adventure seekers. The inclusion of a turbocharged 6-cylinder engine option is a welcome addition, delivering more power and towing capability than previous iterations. This engine upgrade, combined with an expanded wheelbase and increased interior space, gives the truck a sense of modernity and improved functionality. But these advancements come at a steep cost, one that makes buyers wonder if the value truly matches the price tag. The base model of the Ford Ranger now starts at a price that exceeds $34,000 United States dollars. While this might seem reasonable given the upgrades, competitors offer similarly equipped models for less or provide additional features for the same cost. Rivals like the Chevrolet Colorado and the Toyota Tacoma have stepped up their game, introducing trucks that blend innovation with affordability. This makes the Ranger's price hike feel less like a justified improvement and more like a financial hurdle. Inside, the 2025 Ranger does deliver some attractive updates, such as a larger touchscreen display, improved materials, and a more connected driving experience. However, these enhancements are not groundbreaking enough to set it apart from the competition. Buyers who test drive multiple trucks may find themselves underwhelmed when comparing the Ranger's interior to others in its class, especially when considering the price disparity. Another area where the Ranger struggles is its ride quality. While the truck has made strides in size and capability, its on-road manners remain somewhat lacking. The suspension, though improved, still leaves room for refinement, and road noise can become noticeable at higher speeds. For buyers seeking a mid-sized truck that delivers a smooth and quiet ride, the Ford Ranger may fall short of expectations. Ultimately, the Ford Ranger of 2025 highlights a broader challenge within the truck market, balancing innovation with affordability. While the model has undoubtedly taken steps forward, these advancements do not fully justify the significant increase in cost. Buyers may find themselves wondering if they are paying more for the Ford badge than for tangible improvements. If you are in the market for a mid-sized truck, it is crucial to evaluate your options and consider what matters most to you, whether it is power, technology, or overall value. For those who prioritize getting the most for their money, the Ford Ranger's pricing might be a deal breaker. In a competitive landscape filled with alternatives that deliver just as much, if not more, the 2025 Ranger faces an uphill battle in proving its worth. So there you have it, the 7 worst trucks of 2025. But what about the models that are worth your hard-earned cash? Which trucks should you consider if you want cutting-edge technology, exceptional performance, and undeniable value? Stay tuned, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.